What's going on, y'all, man? No surprise here. Justin Hasenhuetl has officially committed to Cal. If you have been in the recruiting world, you know that this was pretty much a foregone conclusion, man. It's been hot probably for like the past 3-4 weeks, maybe even more than that. But Cal getting a pretty good offensive lineman. Obviously, he is from Raven Gap. Initially committed to Georgia Tech. But I think Georgia Tech really valued Peyton Joseph. So that was kind of the decision they had to make. Hey, which one do you prefer most? And he obviously was very hard and really wanted to keep Peyton Joseph. Remember, his recruiting went from, it was Florida, you know what I'm saying? It was Florida State for a while. And then the decision really was, okay, hey, do you want to stay home, right? So he had to make a decision. Do you want to stay home or do you want to go far away? But Georgia Tech was always one of his finalists. So for Georgia Tech to pull that off, that was huge, landing his services and landing him for the Yellow Jackets. But now Hasenhuetl is officially a Cal commitment, and it just makes a lot of sense when you look at it and what they're trying to build. Unfortunate, but the kid is massive. I've seen him a couple of times on campus when I was at the games this past year, and the kid is big. He can move very well. I've seen him doing some drills too, just like moving around and things like that. So it's a really good offensive lineman, man. It's going to be interesting to see just the career he's able to carve out potentially with Cal, man. But I want to wish him the best, obviously. And going forward, obviously, it's a late commitment because, you have the early signing window. Now we are approaching that kind of late signing window, or I guess you could say that normal signing window in February for a lot of these 2025s. But as you guys can see, the calendar has turned. A lot of coaches are looking forward to that 2026 class now and are sending out offers profusely. But I just want to get my thoughts on him. I've watched this film, and like I said, I was thoroughly impressed. I thought he was going to be a good, obviously offensive lineman for, Georgia Tech here in the future. But nonetheless, he is now a Cal commit, and I think he's going to add a lot to you guys' team. Continue to build what y'all are doing and want to do over the coming years, and I think it's going to be a great get for y'all. So that's my thoughts. That's my reaction. Wish him the best, man. And I think he made a good decision, man. Still is going to end up playing in the ACC. So I'm sure at some point he'll get to see, obviously, Georgia Tech over the course of his career unless he transfers. But like I said, a pretty good get for the program, man. 4-star offensive lineman, man. And obviously before Georgia Tech flipped some of these guys, before they got Josh Petty, before they got Dalen Penton, before they got Tay Harris, right? He was one of the highest ranking recruits. Because remember, he was committed to Georgia Tech for a long time. When you look at the storyline and everything like that in the timeline, he was committed to them like really since like last year, early on. I think it was like might have been the spring or early summer when he committed there. So like I said, committed to Tech for a while, but I think the Yellow Jackets, the offensive line coach, Jeep Wade, just made a decision, hey, we want to go. This is a guy that's high end on our board, and we really like Peyton Joseph. Now, maybe they could have got an extra offensive lineman as they built their roster, but, I think he's seen that and seen the writing on the wall, decommitted, and now is officially a Golden Bear now. So wish him nothing but the best. That's my thoughts. That's my reaction, man. And it's the latest on the former Georgia Tech commit.